Hello, everyone. This is Claire Salisbury. I am a senior at Huntington High School, and this short video goes over a basic framework for legislative writing that you can use to submit quality legislation to Student Congress at speech and debate tournaments. First, what is legislative writing? Simply put, legislative writing is a form of legal writing used to create bills and laws. In Student Congress, competitors write legislation and submit them to tournaments to make up the docket. There are three main steps that make up the legislative writing process: brainstorming, format, and writing. The first step is brainstorming. Remember, NSDA rules state that bills must be national in scope. They cannot be state specific. Some questions you can ask yourself to help you in the brainstorming process are: how can I solve the problems my peers and I face? What interests me? And what do I want to see changed? If you have a lot of ideas and you're worried that you won't be able to write legislation on all of them, don't worry. You're going to be writing multiple pieces of legislation throughout the entire year, depending on how many tournaments you go to. If your bill ends up being debated at a tournament, some tournaments have specific rules against submitting the same bill for debate. So don't worry, you'll have many chances to practice legislative writing throughout the entire year. If you're having trouble coming up with answers to your questions, you can always ask a friend, your coach, your teacher what interests them and what they want to see changed to help you in this process. Next is format. Format is really important. A correct bill format increases the chances of your authored bill being debated and round. Lucky for competitors, NSDA provides format templates on their website, which we'll be going over how to find in the next couple slides. And just as important as font and font size, section order is also very important, and we'll be going over that in the next couple slides as well. This is how you find the bill template on the website. So you just search up speech and debate, congressional bill template, or something along the lines of that. Click the website that says speech and debate, and you'll be brought to this page right here that says templates. And it has templates for bills, for resolutions, and other things. And it's also friendly for people who have Google, Word, or Pages. So I personally use Google Docs, so I would choose the Google one, ask me to copy it, make a copy. Then your perfectly formatted bill is right there that you can write in. It's great. It also helps you out with the title. Next is section order. So I'm using my bill as an example that I wrote that was debated at NCFL Grand Nationals this summer. And so section 1 always details the proposed policy and a few short declarative sentences. It's important to keep it very objective so then competitors and debaters in your chamber don't exploit the subjectivity of your bill. Section 2 states definitions. Some bills might require more definitions than just one, and some might not require any definitions at all. It really depends on the specific bill and topic. Section 3 states who will be implementing the legislation, so you're going to have to do some research on what bureaucratic agency or person or organization should be overseeing the implementation of your legislation. Section 4 declares the date and effect of the null and void clause. So you see here, it says it will take effect on this date. All laws in conflict are hereby declared null and void. The null and void clause is extremely important because without it, your bill is null and void. So make sure that that's in there before you submit it to tournaments. Step 3 is actually writing. This is the hardest step of the entire legislative writing process because you have to take your ideas and you have to put it in a correctly formatted document. So, number 1, make sure to always follow the template. And 2, proofread it several times to eliminate logical fallacies, holes, typos, and subjectivity. Make sure your peers read it, your coaches, your teachers, to make sure that it's perfect and there's no holes in it. The ultimate tip is that everything in this video just lays out a basic framework for legislative writing for Student Congress. Use the skills and the tips from this video to experiment and find your own personal way of legislative writing, because by doing that, You're going to be learning a lot about yourself, both as a legislative writer and a debater, but also you'll be learning about yourself in terms of your passions and your interests. So with all this being said, happy writing. This is Claire Salisbury. Bye.